Good morning. This is Beaty-Coffey. At some point, hopefully today or this weekend, I'm going to read Isaiah 61 and begin again with the ministry of Uncovered No More. Thankfully, it is a standalone now. Does not need money, by and large, for investment. And I have fully returned, testified a good many things from over 2,000 years ago. You don't have to believe me. The difference between me and my post-Christian counterpart is simple. I've even instructed someone that I love how to handle the differences in our spirituality now. We've both been Christians for a long time. I'm no longer a Christian, I'm a pagan. And the people that I work with in real life, the Universalists, are either agnostic or pagans who are well thought out, understood, understand, and don't want to tread on anyone else's spirituality. But neither do agnostics. So they're one and the same to Kara and Coffey of the Ministry of Uncovered No More. I removed a video that I took last night because I'm in a shift that is quite large, and I wanted to bring the ministry back up. I feel it is time. I've waffled back and forth about going back to churches. It looks like I'm going to have to. I backed out again last night with someone who lied to me in my other life, and I'm needing to forgive, and I am doing so. I have several people like that in my life. I'm no longer sad about it. I'm just dealing with it and being as righteous as possible. And quite frankly, so are they. The lies that were told about me, they cannot back out of now. They have to finish living their reality in a very fake world, and they wouldn't trust me. Even though they said that they did. Thus far, I have two men in my life who have said that they trust me, and I know that they do. And they know who they are. One of the two men gave me his authority, and I duly testified it to my family. Gave his authority for my writing. And, as a matter of fact, my writing has gotten quite a bit simpler since that time. Simpler in that I don't fight Christianity any longer. I'm going back to commentary on Uncovered No More. Poetry will go on Unisocia and Ringstones and Music Today. That much I know. Last night I passed through necessity of the moment, spiritually, and chose peace instead of shame in my own life. When people are bound and determined to best you, they leave schisms in your life that you must take care of. When people like my mother in your life are determined to be there for people that were actually toxic. My mother's family is completely toxic. All of them. All of their children, grandchildren, they're locked in oppression of the Christian church, and they do not want to be removed from it. And some of them are MAGA. In other words, they voted for Donald Trump and would do it again if they were given the chance. Those people have no core. They are not courageous. Now, they've fought their own battles righteously many times, so I'm not judging them. I don't care what you think, honestly, America, about my perspectives. I'm openly giving you another piece of poetry. This is my father's birthday. He's 87 today, if he were on the earth. I move on. The commentary you're going to get on Uncover No More is going to teach you, whomever you are, how to be a true spiritualist and not a charade or a masquerade. Not a person who shrinks from the pain in your life. Because if I'm going to leave something of the essence of true universalism, then I'm going to use everything in my power to do so. And in this day and age, that means you do need to use social media for whatever purposes are there for social media. Many people cannot be reached by personal touch. Just think about it. In past days and ages, the doctor came to you, didn't they? Now we're living in huge metropolises, and those of us who don't really want to be in that big bustle and have a choice live out on the outskirts for various reasons, and yet we still are dealing with the metropolis, aren't we? At least in the Western world. And I myself am dealing with being a pagan, having testified through what I have testified through, bringing a ministry back up that is based in the Bible that I can't even read in the modern day. It has been so marginalized by stupidity. It is no different than the Constitution to the United States, except for it's a great deal more distinctly sad what has happened to the Bible because it's older. There's the big duh, America. Forcing religiosity upon individuality in the United States of America is the new Civil War. An account on Twitter that I know to be Tribe Judah-elect King of Kings said it already, that we're in World War III. What I want to know is, what are you doing with your time? Are you treating your time seriously? Because we are in that sort of time. Serious. Everything has its purpose under the sun. Nothing has a purpose under the moon's light. But that isn't really true, is it? Your rest is necessary. Your meditation is necessary for your health in your two parts, in your innermost parts. You have your outermost parts and your innermost parts, and I've already established that in the metaphysical world on YouTube. You go find it if you would like to come with me into the real world, where there's not three parts, as Christianity has for many ages taught us: body, soul, and spirit. We are metaphysical and physical. What you can't see is relevant to why you're crying. Very real tears I can see, but as a spiritualist I can also see you stuff it into your life deep down, hold it there stubbornly, and refuse your spirituality, which is hating yourself. It's quite simple. Did you know that depression is hating yourself? I have people in my life that I have nurtured, painfully shy, depressed, all of that. They attack you. They don't nurture you when you're the caregiver. It doesn't matter whether they're the infant or the elderly. They attack you when you're the caregiver in many, many situations. You're the enemy to them because they're too independent in their core. So I'm going to share that more. That truth more. We need to find ourselves in our true emptiness that is beautiful. And that is something that the book that I'm reading right now, and I'll link it into this blog article as I bring Uncovered No More back up. That is something right now that I am going after, going against doctrinal psychology, psychiatry in the spiritual world. How Western psychiatry treats a person is bullshit. Do you have any questions? When you have a country that medicates the children to sit in public school, you are fucked. And we are. That is my youngest Beaty cousin, whose life was destroyed that way. His daddy died of Lou Gehrig's disease 10 days before my brother dropped in a street, according to Revelation 11, the second time. Just like his grandfather, Robert Hilton Beaty, who was run over by his own car. Well, guess what, America? There's a John Beaty out there. He's on Facebook with me. Leave him alone, America. A lady who had more than one DUI, 3 to be exact, if I'm not mistaken, hit him this year. He was a pedestrian. And you didn't kill that Beaty, America, Revelation 11. And he's just as strong in love as I am, as the youngest Beaty cousin of my existence is, as all of my Beaty relatives on Facebook. I'm not giving Facebook up, and thank God they're not allowing Donald Trump back on. Literally. We don't need your politics, America. You don't give us the nurturing we deserve, and I'm speaking for the Beatty family. We labor in love very strictly, if you will, according to the book of Revelation. And we get up and we glorify Lord in all capitals, day in, day out. And you do not understand your depravity, any of you. Well, Uncovered No More has systematically been there to chip away at that depravity, and I guess I'm going to be privileged with coming back up. I was awakened to see through the 87th birthday of my father, 4:44 amen, 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 4:44 a.m. Why I laughed is because my daddy was Pentecostal at heart, but he was the right kind, just like his mama. I'll probably go back to sleep a little more after I upload this. When the silence is too loud, our music listens. When the fame envelops crowds, our pain glistens. When pain reaches clouds, Great Spirit hastens to our blessed surrender, looking at the sun, empty. Good morning. This is Beaty-Coffey of the Ministry of Uncovered.